Joe Rogan recently warned Canelo Alvarez to reconsider fighting Terence Crawford after news broke that a deal is in place for the two to face off on September 13th. The confirmation came from Crawford's camp, revealing that the reigning 147-pound champion will meet Mexico's three-division world champion, Canelo Alvarez, in a highly anticipated bout. On a recent episode of The Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan, alongside comedian Brian Simpson, shared his admiration for Crawford's brilliance in the ring. The UFC commentator praised Crawford's skill, calling him a boxing phenom. However, Rogan also addressed the controversy surrounding Crawford's dominant win over Errol Spence Jr. in 2023. Some speculated that Spence's defense was compromised due to lasting effects from a car accident he had years earlier. Rogan disagreed, arguing that Crawford's performance was simply a testament to his skill, not a result of Spence's injuries. Rogan suggested that Crawford would have beaten Spence regardless of the accident, even if the fight had taken place years earlier. Rogan went on to highlight Crawford's unique abilities, including his flawless switch-hitting ability, transitioning seamlessly from southpaw to orthodox without losing effectiveness. He described Crawford as being highly skilled, with exceptional boxing knowledge and an ability to read his opponent's movements. While Rogan is excited about the potential showdown between Crawford and Canelo, not everyone shares his enthusiasm. There is still debate over whether Canelo should take on Crawford, with some questioning if the challenge is too great for the Mexican boxing legend. Mexican-American boxer David Benavidez didn't hold back when discussing the potential showdown between super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez and American world champion Terence Crawford. In an interview with TNT Sports, Benavidez weighed in on both fighters' chances, acknowledging that each reigns supreme in their respective division. Fully aware of the magnitude of this matchup, Benavidez emphasized that it has all the makings of one of the most electrifying clashes in recent years. To be honest with you, Crawford is one of the best technical fighters I have ever seen, Benavidez began. He acknowledged that when Crawford moved up to 154 pounds, he didn't appear to have the same power he showed at 147, although Benavidez emphasized that Crawford didn't face serious problems at the higher weight class. He also noted that Crawford would have to move up 2 or 3 more weight classes to face Canelo at 168 pounds. Despite his admiration for Crawford's skills, Benavidez believes Canelo holds the clear advantage, given the natural strength and size he possesses at 168 pounds. Crawford is a one-of-a-kind fighter, but weight classes must be respected. I give Canelo the edge, Benavidez stated. Joe Rogan, though, expressed hope that Crawford would be in good enough shape to take on Alvarez head-to-head. On a recent episode of The Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan discussed the potential matchup, expressing concern over whether Crawford would be physically big enough to handle Canelo's power. Rogan emphasized that he hoped Crawford would be able to keep Canelo at bay, highlighting the Mexican champion's devastating punching power. A potential September showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez in Las Vegas has boxing fans on the edge of their seats. The fight is shaping up to be a classic clash of styles. Crawford's strategic brilliance against Canelo's raw power, with the added challenge of bridging weight divisions. As excitement builds, the debate over who holds the upper hand rages on. Joining the conversation is Jose Benavidez, the older brother of WBC interim light heavyweight champion David Benavidez. Jose, who has first-hand experience of Crawford's power after suffering a brutal knockout loss to him in their 2018 WBO welterweight title fight, has a unique perspective on the skills Crawford brings to the ring. But Jose's prediction for the potential super fight isn't just based on his past experience, it also comes with a personal motive. His younger brother, David, never got the chance to face Canelo, and Jose has openly lamented that missed opportunity. At 32, Jose Benavidez's experience with Crawford makes him an authority on the undefeated fighter's capabilities. However, He's also fueled by his brother's missed chance at a fight with Canelo, a missed opportunity that denied David a stage to prove his talent. With the possibility of a Canelo-Crawford bout looming, Jose has already made his choice on who he believes will win. Jose recently appeared at a press conference for the highly anticipated showdown between David Benavidez and David Morrell. During an interview with Fight Hub TV, Jose didn't hold back, confidently stating, "Crawford's a beast. He's smart, and he knows what he's doing." While acknowledging that Canelo is the naturally larger fighter, Jose emphasized that size alone doesn't determine the outcome of a fight. Canelo's not that big of a guy. Obviously, he weighs more, but you can't take anything from Crawford. He goes in there and wins, Jose remarked. Despite his brother's missed opportunity, Jose seemed to understand why David Benavidez never fought Canelo. "It sucks that my brother didn't get that opportunity. Only Canelo knows why that didn't happen. We just have to keep moving forward," he said. As the interim super middleweight champion, David was Canelo Alvarez's mandatory challenger. However, negotiations for the fight stalled when Canelo reportedly set an excessively high price for the bout. Without a deal in sight, David moved up in weight and secured a statement victory over Alexander Gvozdyk to claim the interim light heavyweight title. When asked about Crawford's exceptional boxing IQ, Jose didn't hesitate to praise the Nebraska native. "Crawford's just smart," he said. He highlighted Crawford's ability to seamlessly switch between orthodox and southpaw stances, making him unpredictable and dangerous in the ring. He also pointed out that many opponents who face Canelo seem mentally overwhelmed before the fight even starts, but he believes Crawford will enter the ring with a completely different mindset. "Crawford's going in there to win. He's not going in there to lose," Jose declared confidently. While Jose's assessment of Crawford's skills is clear, not everyone shares his viewpoint. Mexican boxing icon Julio Cesar Chavez, for one, is firmly in Canelo's corner. Chavez predicted a knockout victory for Canelo in the 6th or 7th round, although he acknowledged Crawford's talent. "Crawford is a good fighter, but there are weight classes," Chavez explained. He believes the 13-pound weight disparity between the two fighters would be too much for Crawford to overcome. On the other hand, Jake Paul, who has become a major figure in the boxing world, surprised many by backing Terence Crawford over Canelo Alvarez. "Crawford's a smart fighter. I'm going with Terence," Paul said, voicing his belief that Crawford's skill set, despite the weight difference, would prevail in the ring. Paul's pick is bold, especially considering the size and power that Canelo brings into the ring at super middleweight. Alexander Usyk, the unbeaten heavyweight champion, also expressed admiration for Crawford's skills during an appearance on Asterisk, the 3 Knockdown Rule Asterisk podcast. "I like Terence, he's my friend, but it's crazy," Usyk said. "I say Terence wins. He's different. He works both sides, right and left. He's very smart. He feels the distance and the place." Usyk believes that even though there is a 14-pound weight difference between the two, Crawford's boxing IQ and versatility make him a formidable opponent for Canelo. As discussions continue over a potential Canelo versus Crawford bout, the boxing community remains divided. The weight difference remains a significant factor, as many believe it will be hard for Crawford to overcome Canelo's natural advantages. However, others argue that Crawford's elusiveness, quickness, and ability to adapt to various styles could be key to his success. Jaron Ennis, currently ranked as Asterisk, the Ring Asterisk's top welterweight and the reigning IBF champion, admitted that he is torn on who would win. "It's a 50-50 fight," Ennis said when speaking to Asterisk YSN Sports Media Asterisk. "The fight could swing in any direction." Ennis, who once sought a fight with Crawford, but has since.
"I think Canelo wipes the floor with him. I love Crawford. I told you when Crawford and Spence that Crawford would beat the hell out of him. But Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner. Canelo is used to fighting at a particular level, and and I don't think that Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can hurt Terence.
Recently, Bob Arum told Fight Hype that despite the challenge of gaining 14 pounds, he wouldn't count Terence Crawford out against Canelo Alvarez. Arum acknowledged Crawford's unique talents, calling him a great boxer-puncher with the rare ability to be completely ambidextrous. Crawford drives his opponents crazy because they train to face a right-handed fighter, only to end up fighting a southpaw, Arum explained, citing Crawford's fight with Errol Spence Jr., where Spence had trained to fight a right-hander but was forced to face a left-handed Crawford. While Arum respects Crawford's exceptional skills and ring IQ, he believes the weight disadvantage will be a major factor in a fight with Canelo, who is naturally bigger and stronger. British promoter Eddie Hearn shared similar concerns, pointing to Crawford's struggle against 154-pound Israel Madrimov. "I think he struggled against Madrimov, who is a strong 154-pounder, and he'll really feel it against Canelo," Hearn stated. While Hearn is skeptical of Crawford's ability to overcome the size difference, he admits that Crawford's agility, strategic mind, and boxing brilliance could present significant problems for Canelo in the ring. His movement, his brilliance, and his ring IQ will cause Canelo some serious problems, Hearn added, though he remains adamant that Canelo's physical advantages will likely play a decisive role. The potential showdown between Canelo and Crawford is one of the most eagerly anticipated fights of the year, with insights from figures like Hearn intensifying the excitement. Will Crawford defy expectations and overcome the challenge posed by the weight disparity, or will Canelo's superior power and size prove too much for the American champion? As the stage is set for this thrilling clash, it promises to be a defining moment in boxing history. Despite the glaring size difference, with Canelo reigning as the unified super middleweight champion and Crawford having only fought once above welterweight, many experts believe it would be foolish to completely count out Crawford. Boxing analyst and former trainer Teddy Atlas is one of those who sees Crawford's potential for success. While Atlas acknowledges that Crawford's ability to adapt to the jump from 154 to 168 pounds will likely determine the outcome, he remains confident that the pound-for-pound champion has the skills to pull off an upset.
It seems like it's not official, but it may be a done deal. Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Early thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, look, the first thought is, can he handle the weight jump? Can he handle the weight jump? He being Crawford. Against Madrimov, people are going to say, "Oh, he had some hiccups." Who don't have hiccups? When you eat something that's a little difficult to eat, and Madrimov was a little difficult to eat, he's not easy to digest. He's a good fighter. When you eat something that's a little tough to digest, you get hiccups, right? So come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." But who's he beating? He unified the, what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. He's beaten anybody that they put in front of him. He beat an undefeated fighter in Errol Spence that everybody thought was just like, one of the best fighters out there, which he was. He was. He was one of the top fighters pound for pound out there, and he didn't just beat him. He dismantled him. He might have ruined him. We were talking about getting ruined in fights earlier. He might have ruined him. We don't know. He hasn't been back yet, Spence.
Terence Crawford won't be the first to challenge Canelo Alvarez by jumping 2 weight classes. Jermell Charlo made a similar leap from junior middleweight to super middleweight, but was knocked down once by Canelo in a dominant unanimous decision loss. However, Crawford's skill set and versatility make him a more viable candidate for this challenge. As a 4-division champion who's claimed undisputed status at junior welterweight, Crawford's speed and adaptability could give him a distinct edge over Canelo. While climbing 14 pounds to face an elite super middleweight is already a tough task, doing so against a pound-for-pound legend like Canelo, who has ruled the 168-pound division since 2020, takes the difficulty to another level. The potential showdown between Canelo and Crawford has boxing fans buzzing. With both fighters boasting incredible achievements, the clash is being touted as a true super fight. Israel Madrimov, who faced Crawford last year, weighed in on the matchup. Madrimov, who lost to Crawford in a WBA light middleweight title bout, was asked for his thoughts on the potential fight between Crawford and Canelo. His assessment was cautious. He expressed doubt about Crawford's ability to successfully move up 2 weight classes and beat Canelo, predicting a Canelo victory by decision. "It's a very different weight class," Madrimov said, emphasizing the size difference as a critical factor. Despite Madrimov's doubts, Crawford's win over him in their 12-round fight last August solidified Crawford's standing as one of the sport's best. Crawford claimed the WBA light middleweight title, securing his 4th weight division championship. With this achievement under his belt, Crawford has set his sights on Canelo, the reigning unified super middleweight champion. The highly anticipated showdown is tentatively set for September in Las Vegas, although no official confirmation has been given. Negotiations are still ongoing, with Turki Alek, a key figure in Riot's season, reportedly playing a role in bringing the two boxing giants closer to the ring. After months of rumors, it seems the two pound-for-pound champions are on track to meet in the ring for the long-awaited battle. Keane Davis, a fellow American boxer, expressed support for Crawford in overcoming the challenge of moving up to 168 pounds. He praised Crawford's pure boxing skills, stating that while Canelo is a legendary fighter, Crawford has superior footwork, a great jab, and the power to make the leap. "I think Crawford is just the more pure boxer," Davis said. "Canelo is great, but Bud's just the better boxer overall. He's got a great jab and respectable power, even at 37. Crawford's remarkable career includes undisputed titles in both the super lightweight and welterweight divisions, and his upcoming fight with Canelo presents an enormous challenge. Canelo has reigned over the super middleweight division since his 2021 victory over Caleb Plant. He held the undisputed 168-pound championship until last year, when he lost his IBF title to Gervonta.